Hey folks, it's Rob, and this is Dogs of War Online, which is apparently in open beta and recently appeared on Steam, so I thought I'd give it a go. And I have registered my email, and I'm about to start the tutorial. So, let's have a look. Okay, it crashed the first time, and I've sent an error report. Always a promising sign. It's free. It's an open beta. Let's try it again. Okay. The frame rate's shooting up and down while nothing is happening. That's very interesting. Generally sitting about 90, but sometimes it drops as low as 15, and nothing is actually changed on this loading screen. Except that the mouse cursor isn't a loading kind of cursor, it's a pointer cursor now. And that would only happen because I clicked. I have no idea what is going on, but I'm guessing it crashed again. Nope. Hey, we're in. Okay. That was a fairly long load, but okay. Unit selection. Left click on the highlighted unit to select it. Okay. Selected. Green area around the selected unit is its movement zone. Okay, so I can move anywhere in that area there. That's rather obvious, actually. Thank you. If you move your cursor around within the zone, the ideal path between your unit and its destination should be displayed. Once the destination hexagon is selected, right-click to confirm the move. Objective, move your warrior to the highlighted hexagon. So this one here. Right. Alright. So I've right-clicked, and now I'm engaged with the enemy. To attack, target the enemy unit with your cursor and then right-click on it. Objective, attack the Necromancer. I'm guessing this is the Necromancer. So right-click. Riposte. After the first melee attack, the attacked enemy unit will strike back automatically. A riposte is a normal attack, inflicts the damage expected of the unit, and can miss. So, okay. Turn-based mode. After moving and making an action, your unit will not be playable until its next turn. Wow, what a concept. Each player takes a turn to activate his units. A new turn begins when all units have carried out an action. Objective, your enemy has carried out his actions and it's your turn once again. Activate the highlighted warrior. Okay. Portrait of a unit. Fang warrior. When you select one of your units, its portrait is displayed at the bottom left of the screen. There you will find all the information you need to best refine your strategy. For more information, move your mouse over each element. Okay. So we have movement and HP. And at least it's not telling me what HP... Oh, it does tell me what HP... Okay, well, you know, some people are new to games. I'm gonna forgive the hand-holding. Let's see. Number of attacks. Warrior. Wolfen. 56 action points. Accuracy. Parry. Dodge. Damage. Toughness. Willpower. Born Killer. And Fear. Okay. Sprint. You can make your units run. They can move further, but lose the possibility to carry out an action. You can see the sprint zone by moving your mouse outside your movement zone. The sprint zone is then displayed in orange. Objective, go help your other warrior in combat. Sprint to his opponent. I guess you want me to go here. Even though probably it'd be good to be here or even here. Alright. Ending an activation. When you are satisfied with the position of a unit, or when you have nothing else to do with a unit, you can pass your turn by selecting it and pressing on the spacebar, or by clicking on the hourglass icon, top middle of the interface. Objective, pass your warrior's turn. Done. Turn-based. It is your opponent's turn to play. His bowman is about to shoot an arrow at your warrior. Oddly enough, that's turn-based, folks. Suppose there's the variation of my side versus his side, but it is better to kind of have unit versus unit. Charging. Your units can carry out a charged attack. As well as damage, a charge inflicts the stunned state, -1 penalty on all characteristics until the end of your turn. The following conditions must be met for a charge. The unit has not yet moved this turn. Check. The unit is not yet engaged in melee combat, in contact with the enemy. Check. The unit is able to move in a straight line to its target. Check. A charge is triggered like any other attack. Target the enemy with your mouse and then right-click. Objective. Charge the enemy warrior with your Predator Blood. Alright, so here we have my Predator Blood. Here I have my charged target. Going! Bam! Smack. Eliminated. Pursuit movement. After eliminating an enemy in melee combat, you may move your unit again, and you may even attack an enemy unit if it is within range. Objective. Use your pursuit movement to finish off the enemy necromancer. Okay, so I'm going to move here. Oh no, I can... Okay, I guess I have to do it this way. Alright. Excellent. Game clock. During your Dogs of War online games, activation of units must be done within a limited time frame. This time is displayed at the top center of your screen. If time runs out while you are playing an activated unit, this activation ends immediately. If you have not activated any unit when the time runs out, your unit with the least army points will pass its turn. Okay. Do I have anything else I can do? I don't think so. New turn. When all units on the terrain have acted, a new turn begins. I would have said map, but okay. All your units can be activated once again in the order that you wish. Objective. Kill all your enemies. You now have the basic Dogs of War actions, but many surprises still await you. Apply what you've learned to eliminate all your opponents, and I have 30 seconds. Okay, you. Kill. Thank you. You. Kill. I think that's all I can do, isn't it? Oh, there we are. That got me 100 ducats. Okay. Plus the 14 ducats. It's 114 ducats and 10 XP and no renown, and my units gained XP as well. Okay, post-game. At the end of the game, a report is always displayed on the screen. It summarizes the impact of the battle on your troops' experience and levels gained as well as injuries. Like 0, whatever those are. Okay. Experience. Each unit that took part in the game gains experience based on its actions. This experience allows the unit to gain levels and to increase its power with new abilities. You will find more information on levels in your headquarters. Okay, so back to menu, I guess. So, tutorial quest number 2. Where you can earn an R, 100 ducats, 15 renown, and a healing card. Okay. Mastered the essentials of mysticism, distance shooting, and the concept of encirclement in his territorial defense scenario. Alright. Heart of Quadwalion. Okay. Welcome to the intermediate tutorial. Aim of the tutorial is to teach you some slightly more advanced combat notions in Dogs of War. You are now the head of an army of the lion. Okay. Range shots. Archers attack from a distance, but cannot make melee attacks. To attack an enemy with your bowman, target it with your mouse and then right-click. Objective, shoot the nearest enemy with your bowman. Okay, so I'm guessing this guy? So select, and then shoot. Okay, successful shot. Congratulations, your bowman was able to injure the enemy unit without the latter being able to strike back. Your bowman was at close range, and he profited from a bonus for his shot. There are many possible modifiers on a shot: the DOD of the target, whether your bowman is moved or not before shooting, the distance of the target, whether there are obstacles between the bowman and the target, cover, or other units. Each of these factors will affect the chances of your bowman of making a hit. Take all of them into account before taking a shot. Okay, fair enough. Movement and actions. All your units can move and then act. If one of your units acts before moving, it can no longer move on this turn. Okay. Bowman engaged in melee combat. The enemy flees combat. He suffers attacks of opportunity to engage one of your archers in melee combat. Whenever a unit flees the contact of another unit, it runs the risk, based on its dodge, of suffering an attack of opportunity. The skeleton warrior has been injured, but he managed to engage your bowman. As long as your bowman remains engaged, he will only be able to shoot at enemies in contact with him, and he will suffer significant penalties. Fair enough. Attacks of opportunity. To avoid penalty on his shots, your bowman must disengage from the skeleton warrior, thus provoking an attack of opportunity. This is calculated on the DOD of your unit as soon as it disengages from the enemy unit. When you intend to move, hexagons that will provoke an attack of opportunity are displayed in red, and the chances of triggering an attack of opportunity are displayed over the irrelevant enemy. Objective, disengage your bowman by moving to the highlighted hexagon. Okay. So what is our highlighted hexagon? Well, I'm guessing you want me to take this guy. Oh, you want me to go here. Okay. Alright, so we parried the attack. We managed to move. Now your bowman can shoot at all enemies within his field of vision, but some are protected by cover that will reduce his chances of making a hit. The bush in front of him partially protects him from enemy shots. As he is just behind this cover, his shots will not suffer a penalty, whereas your other bowman, being at a distance from the cover, will be hampered in his shots. The best option is to attack the warrior that you just fled. The latter is not under cover and is at close range, which adds a bonus to your chances of making a hit. Shoot the enemy warrior. Okay, we took it out. Yay! Scattering. The enemy bowman will attempt a shot at your warrior engaged in melee combat. Okay. Right, so this guy will attempt to shoot here. Okay. This action carries a handicap. Each unit between the bowman and his target reduces the chances of success. Worse still, if it fails, it is possible that the unit close to the target takes the arrow instead. Let us see what happens. Oh, shot your pal. The skeleton bowman's shot was scattered, and it injured one of the skeleton's allies. Be careful when shooting at a target which is behind other units, as the same thing could happen to you. Using abilities, spells, and miracles. Magicians begin with their starting spells, but they are not alone in having special abilities. All units gain these when they level up. Casting them requires special resources, mana for magicians, faith for the faithful, or the incurring of penalties for warrior units. As well as the cost of mana, all spells have range limit. To cast a spell, select the icon with a left click, then confirm your target with another left click. Objective: advance your magician, then cast his Primal Attack of Light spell against the enemy warrior. Okay. So, you want me to move here. Which is kind of fair enough. Okay, so we move. Then we do our thing. Primal Attack of Light. And it said against the warrior, enemy warrior. I'm guessing it's this highlighted warrior here. Bam. Okay. Casting multiple spells. Pure magicians, see unit class at the bottom left. Unit class, unit class. Magician. Okay. Pure magicians can cast several spells per turn as long as they have the required mana. The same goes for Faithful with Faith. Objective: attack another skeleton with the Primal Attack of Light spell. Okay. Invocation. The enemy can also cast spells. Here the enemy Necromancer used his starting spell to invoke a Morbid Puppet. Invocations disappear when you kill the unit that controls them. So, okay, you've just become public enemy number 1. Encirclement. Your swordsman is in awkward position. It does look like it. When a unit is encircled, each unit forming the encirclement gains +3 accuracy and +3 parry. In this particular case, these 3 skeletons gain +30% attack chances against your swordsman, and he suffers -30 when he attacks them. Yeah, that's rough. Giving an order. You can help your units by issuing orders during critical moments in combat. Here, you can order your swordsman to take a defensive stance to try to survive the attacks of the skeletons for this turn. To do so, click on the defensive stance order at the top of the screen to the left of the remaining time. Objective: order the defensive stance. Okay, so to the left, offensive, defensive, and divine favor. Okay, so defensive stance. Right, do I need to... Okay, yeah, and then I need to... Okay. Injury penalty. Your swordsman put up a good fight thanks to your order, but he still picked up an injury from all the enemy attacks. The more damage a unit suffers, the more vulnerable it becomes on the battlefield. Your swordsman has already lost more than 10 health points, and therefore suffers a light wound, which means that many of his combat characteristics have been reduced by -1. There are 2 other types of injury: serious wound, -2 in characteristics after losing 20 health points, and critical wound, -3 in characteristics after losing 30 health points or more. Note, this type of in-game injury will not provoke a niggling injury as long as your unit has not been eliminated. Alterations. A new alteration has appeared in the alterations field. Okay. Of your unit, symbolizing the temporary injury of which he suffers. Alterations are always temporary effects and can be beneficial green or negative red. Okay, so you have defensive stance, light wound, and engaged. Alright. Objective: kill all my enemies. You have now reached an intermediate stage of Dogs of War learning. Apply what I've learned. Okay. You. Thank you. You. Let's move you here. Engage that target. And I should be engaging this target. Okay. There we go. see that. That. And that just leaves the guy in the bush back there. Okay, and we have a serious injury. Fortunately, what we can do is get under cover. Okay. Seems to be a fair bit of depth, which is a good thing, because that's a healing card. Right. Apparently I can repeat for more renown. Okay. So, quest number 3. This scenario addresses the intricacies of theurgy and fear on the battlefield. Expect to fight at disadvantage. Okay. Heart of Cadwallon. Welcome to the advanced tutorial. You have reached the final step. The aim of this tutorial is to teach you the most complicated aspects of Dogs of War. Fair enough. Faithful and Faith. There are units called Faithful who are able to call miracles on the battlefield from the gods they serve. In contrast to magicians, the Faithful require faith points in order to call miracles. Yeah, but it's still like mana. I mean, whatever. I mean, banana, oranges, apples, whatever. It's fruit. Difficult terrain. Some terrain hexagons are more difficult to cross than others. They are called difficult terrain and are always displayed by decor elements, rubble, rocks, etc. Okay. Each hexagon of difficult terrain counts as 2 hexagons for any movement except for flying and mobile units. Objective: select your priest or priest of Saluel and move him across the difficult terrain. Okay, so I'm guessing this guy. Yes. And you want me to move here. Okay. Done. Calling a miracle. Alright. Your priest of the gods is close to the enemy and he has enough faith points to call his bad omen miracle. So we're going to get Neil Gaiman's book. Alright. As with magicians, the faithful can call as many miracles as they wish, as long as they have enough faith points. If your priest had more faith, he could call other miracles. Watch out! The faithful and magicians suffer a -6 will penalty when they incant or call miracles in melee combat, so do not expose for too long. Objective: call the bad omen miracle against the nearest enemy. Okay, so bad omen. Nearest enemy. I mean, that would work basically just like a spell, but okay. Fail an attack roll. The effect of the Bad Omen Curse, which you have just cast, prevents the enemy swordsman from succeeding in his attack against your Black Paladin, even though he had every chance of hitting him. Warrior Monks and Warrior Mages. Incantation penalties in melee combat do not apply to hybrid units such as Warrior Monks and Warrior Mages, who can also attack their enemies in melee combat after incanting. However, these units can only cast 1 spell or call 1 miracle per turn. Objective: use the Black Paladin Warrior Monk to call his Honor of the Black Paladin's miracle and then attack the swordsman. Okay. Honor of the Black Paladin. I guess that like self does, and then we attack. Select non-activated units. It is possible to rotate between your as-yet unactivated units on this turn by using the Tab key by default. This shortcut is very useful to quickly take control of remote units. Okay, take Tab until you have selected your Skull Warrior. Nice, Skull Warrior. Okay, resistance to fear. Certain units carry the fear attribute and strike dread into the hearts of their enemies, who must make a resistance to fear roll whenever they come into contact with such a unit. This roll is based on the willpower of the unit trying to resist. Each point of will increases the chances of resisting the effect. Note, a unit carrying the fear attribute cannot be frightened by a unit whose level of fear is lower than his own. Objective, move your Skull Warrior into contact with the enemy swordsman in order to frighten him. Okay, so we've already tabbed him, and we're going to bring him up over here. Can I charge? No, I can't charge. So we're going to run up. Booga, 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 booga. And then we attack. And I should have read the attacks of opportunity thing, which completely just went by. Oh well. Legendary units are the most powerful units in the army. They are usually easy to distinguish on the battlefield because of their great size. These units have high cost in army points, but their destructive potential is very high, so you should never underestimate them. Here you are taking on a Chimera. This unit is a formidable warrior mage, the most powerful in the game. It can cast very powerful spells and strike far harder in melee combat than any other unit of the line. You're going to have to mobilize all your means in order to handle this threat. Okay. That does look dangerous. Difficulty, roll, and hit formula. Most of the chances of an action succeeding are governed by the following formula used for hit rolls in melee and ranged combat, as well as spell casting, miracles, attacks of opportunity, and even for fear. Characteristic of the attacker times 5 minus characteristic of the defender times 5 plus 80. Thus, an attacking unit in melee combat with 10 ACC against a unit that has 10 PAR, probably parry, probably attack, will have 80% chance of succeeding in his attack. Each ACC point increases the chance of making a hit by 5, and each PAR point reduces it by 5. Note, in the case of fear rolls, it is the unit which resists which makes the roll and which benefits from the 80%. Okay. All attacks, melee combat, range, or spells can inflict critical damage. You have a 1% chance of triggering a critical hit, but some skills allow you to increase these chances. Objective, attack the Sparkling with your Skeleton Warrior. Okay, so here I have Skeleton Warrior. Yes. And we're going to attack this thing. And it looks like I can just charge it, so we will. Analyze the situation. To better plan your actions, you must analyze the characteristics of your enemies. For this, at any moment, you may select an enemy unit by left-click. Okay. I didn't read the rest of that, so okay. By selecting enemy units, you have access to all information that is crucial to succeed in the clash. You can check the characteristics, its attributes, and its alterations. Its movement zone is also displayed. During clashes, this information will allow you to gain the upper hand over your opponent, so do not neglect it. Well, that is pretty good here. And it's frightened, stunned, light wounding, engaged. And it has bravery and flight, and it is a warrior. It has 25 hit points. Okay. It is in pretty bad shape. Select targets. The enemy Sparkling of Light has attacked your Skull Warrior. This attack carried high risks. Not only do the chances of making a hit were low, but the Skull Warrior's riposte were almost guaranteed, inflicting heavy damage. To avoid this kind of exchange going against you, make sure you pay attention to the balance of army points between each unit on the battlefield, such as this Sparkling, a weak and inexpensive unit, which confronts a powerful unit, often risks losing more than it would gain. Optimal use of your units and your available actions will often make the difference between a crushing defeat and a victory. Choose its targets. Your Skeleton Warrior is alone against a Knight of the Lion. the elite unit of the opposing army. His power is far too limited for him to stand up to the onslaught of the Knight of the Lion for long. Objective: eliminate the sparkling of light and occupy the Knight of the Lion with your Skull Warrior. Okay, so that's the Skull Warrior, and I want to kill that then. So now we have pursuit movement, so we can kind of run over here. Start of turn. At the beginning of each turn, a dice is thrown for each player. Well, I would say a die for a singular. To this result, between 1 and 6, is added to the discipline score of the faction being played. You can view the discipline score for each faction when creating an army. The Lion is favored, score of 3, whereas the Wolf and Ram are known to be relatively undisciplined for their approach to combat, score of 1 for the Wolf and 0 for the Ram. The player gets the best result for the first to start his or her turn. Okay. Maintenance phase. At the beginning of each new turn, units recover their mana or their faith. The sequence also triggers all maintenance effects, the ephemeral attribute of the morbid puppets, the end effects that last several turns, etc., etc. Okay. Mana and faith. Magicians recover the same amount of mana on each turn until the reserve of mana is full. Faithful earn faith points according to the units in their faith zone, visible when hovering over the unit. Not really seeing that. Okay. Orthodox, faithful, ways of light and destiny earn 1 faith point for each ally present in the zone. On the other hand, iconoclast, faithful, way of darkness, gain a point for each enemy. Whereas the mana of magicians can be stored, faith is reset at the end of each turn. Okay. Objective: kill all my freaking enemies. Okay. Let's use you, and let's give you a bad omen. Okay. And then let's move you. What is this? Master Strike. You, Skeleton Warrior. You can charge. Yeah. Honor the Black Paladin. Okay. Master Strength. Okay. Shot my own guy there. Which it did teach me about. Okay. You. Try this again. Thank you. Can I send you around this way? Yes, I can. I want you to defend yourself. Okay? Don't die. Alright? Right. What is this? Probably better off doing that. Yeah, I'm gonna send you around this way too. Okay, Bowman. Let's move you up, huh? Yeah, way to go, Rob. Way to go. Oh yeah, that worked. Okay. You. Again, just wail on that. Yes, charge. Okay, but you did get its attention. You. Ah! And close. Okay, so I've done my tutorials. Let's see. We have video options. We're currently on our 1920 by 1080. Very high quality. There's our audio. We have volume for general, effects, music, and voices. Game has camera controls. Restore the keys. And my profile. I can sponsor friends. I can activate keys for content. Okay. Well, I mean, I've just done these three. Do I just skip now? Or, I mean, I think that's all there is. So, who do I want to join up for? Ah, what the hell? That is somewhat disturbing. So, choice of path. Meanders of darkness, paths of destiny, or ways of light. Just, ew. I mean, yeah, that's creepy and all, but ew. Okay, fine, let's go with ways of light, okay? So apparently I get one option under that. And then I can get different makeups here. Now, these are for more advanced players. Hermetic Escort or Baron Assault Squad. 1 Knight Lion, 1 Swordsman, 1 Sparkling, and 1 Bowman. Was not impressed by the Sparklings. 3 Swordsmen, 1 Bowman of Alhan, and 1 Line of War. Attacking approach. Swordsmen occupy the enemy troops, while the archer harasses them, and the Line of War defends the troops or sets off on the attack. Flexible composition, which can adapt to all situations, but demands judicious management. Bowman helps the swordsman and the sparkling from afar, while the knight is a support force which cannot be disregarded. Knight is appealing. I'd have to have a sparkling. It's got 3 swordsmen. Okay, we'll do this. No, that goes the wrong way. Yes. Okay. As I'm learning the ropes. See? So now I'm in this. Bah. Okay, the tutorial did not prepare me for this screen. Company management. General talents. Okay. I have no statistics currently. 54 AP. Okay. No, that's the units. Okay. And I would need to click here to purchase a unit. Okay. And that unit's on sale. It costs, looks like ducats, right? Which I can earn by playing. Maybe. Special offer. The Magician is on sale, currently at 20% off. Current level of guild. Swordsman or bowman. Okay. Purchasable in cyans. Purchasable in ducats. Okay. Inventory, I have healing card. 3 of them. There are missions, which cost to do, and they have duration. Selection of company. Okay. So, I have an R slot unlocked, and I could go back to do a different one, I guess. There's the leaderboard, and news. And this looks like it was recently updated on the 5th. Okay. Update injuries and ducats distribution. Looks like people chatting. Okay. And the other tab has nothing in it. Right. I have 457 ducats and no cyans. Okay, so these golden coins are cyans, and these rather more grayish blue coins are ducats. That's helpful. I have 5 of 5 mercenaries. No one's on mercenary mission, no one's on comatose, and my unit's worth 186 army points. Okay. Increased gain of ducats. I have a time bonus for 7 hours 46 minutes. Okay, so I guess I should probably be playing. So this is in the store. Cyans. So if I want to buy cyans, well, oh, here's where the money comes in. Of course, it's free to play, so of course if you want to buy cyans, you need to spend cash. I'm not against that. I don't actually hold that against games, because, I mean, you gotta pay the bills somehow. It's just a matter of how that's implemented. So, if the in-game currency is necessary to buy things that are essential game items only, then that's a big pain in the butt. But as you can see, it seems to be there's in-game currency and cyans currency values. So that's something. If I had 2,540 ducats, I could get this Magician, or I could spend 12 cyans, which apparently can be had for approximately £1, as I would still have 8 cyans left. So that's the featured items. There's the units, packs. So, pack of healing cards, 50 of them, cost 20. Protectors of Doraemon? It's a full company. Oh, okay. Vanilla shields. Is an our company. Okay, so these are full companies. And actually, that's quite expensive. Because 200 something cyans is... yeah, 360 cyans is 25 pounds. Which for Americans out there is about $40. What's in my mail? Okay. So I got 150 ducats in the mail. Alright. Cosmetics. I have no problem with people charging for cosmetics, because, you know, they don't actually affect the actual gameplay. 8,000 cyan ducats or 4 cyans to change something to green. Guild. Okay. Right. Well, that's that. I guess I need to buy a mission to go on. So, cost me 50 ducats, I'll get 110. Difficulty easy. It's 15 minutes. Right? Some of these take longer. I need to be unlocked by through some means. Level 4 required, level 8 required, okay. Right. Well, okay, let's send a mercenary. Your initial chances of success in the mission are 60%. Each mission is specific requisites. Take care when choosing the mercenary that you will send. Chance of success of your mission are 0. Pickpocket. So if I send this guy, 90% chance I'll have success. I'm sending it off to pickpocket? What? Send your man what he can. You send your man what he can steal in the market. You have little clue. You will not yield much, but it will not take long, and every little helps. Robbing the innocent. To boost your funds, you must know how to elicit contributions from the small folk. One of your methods is just fundraising in Buoyancy Bay. The fiefdom is reputed to harbor laborers who wish to spend their meager pay on alcohol and other pleasures. They will surely be delighted to contribute to your fund. I'm a good person, aren't I? What? I can go send somebody to rob somebody, or I can go send somebody to shake people down. Seems wrong. How else can I level up my character, though? I click play, I guess? Okay, so then I search for a game, and I play against somebody online. And they'll have up to 200 action points, army points, and I will have my unit of basically my 5 starting units. Okay. Well, at least that way I'm not going out and pickpocketing people in public or shaking down a town. So, that's been Dogs of War, folks. I like the mechanics. Some things are a bit catchy, you know, by which I mean still have sharp edges on it and needs to be fixed up. It's an open beta, so I'm guessing, you know, the corners are still being filed down. May have to go and change my company to something evil, though, to fit in with the missions. But that'll be enough for now. I think this will support an R video or two, so we might come back to this. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a great day. Goodbye.